People, it's your boy Team Gilbert, coming at you with another short video. I will be talking about leads and molds and a few other things. All right, let's get into it. All right, I have recently developed a need to throw cast nets. I lie to you not, this stuff is fun. You outdo everybody, but it's not just cast netting, it's finding the right net, the right weight, learning how to throw it properly. It's a bunch of stuff to it. It's absolutely therapeutic either way. It's fun. It's part of the fishing sport, part of the hobby. Anyway, let's get into it. All right. Now this guy, this is a 2-piece mold I ordered off Amazon. It's nice. It was inexpensive. It was under 30 bucks. What it makes is a 1-cavity 3-ounce bomb. And when you make them, this is a Sputnik sinker mold. So when you make these, you turn out with something like this. Okay, so I put my spikes. You don't have to use your spikes with the mold, but I put them. These things throw a country mile. There's 3 and they're aerodynamic and they bleed down. I like them. Top anglers use these type of things. You know, you don't need like 8 ounces if you just surf casting. So this is appropriate for my porgies, you know, little stuff like that. Well, so be it. Again, when you buy these, you're just looking for lead. When you go to the bait store, you ain't asking for weights, because you're going to make your own up. Custom. Okay. Now here's a different one. I got this off, I don't know, Amazon, eBay, one of the other. Very, very clean mold. Very nice. Very sophisticatedly made. Has a pry space to pop apart. But this is a 7. This is strictly for the drone. You can cast this, you won't go far. You might make it a little bit, but you won't go far. But it's absolutely my drone favorite. My preferred weight to drop is a 7 or 8. And if I got like a lot of bait I want to like pin down, then I'll use 2 of these guys. Okay, where were we? I was rudely interrupted. All right, either way, this is a 7, preferred for the drone. And this thing produces these. That's my drop line for my drone. But this is a 7, all kind of spruced up. And if you know anything about Sputnik sinkers, you know that when you retrieve them, you know, they kind of pop open, you know. So you can drag them in. But when you throw them and they set into the sand, you know, for the most of it, this is the orientation. So it digs the sand, keeps you planted, firm, until you give a good tug, and then, you know, of course, boom, it's going to disengage, you know, like that. All right, moving along. That's this guy. Now, these molds are inexpensive, but they last a lifetime. That's the cool thing about it. This was one of my first. This is 5 cells. The 1 ounce. And that's what you're working with. These are really nice. They come out nice. You make 5 at a time. You can't beat that. They're ounce a piece. I have made nets with them, and they do work well. But you need a small mesh so that they don't go inside out. But other than that, this is what comes out of that. Just an old little egg with a hole for your line there. So it produces nice stuff as well. And again, it's only 1 ounce. 7-ounce, and 3-ounce, all for your sport. However, there has been some new discoveries, primitive as they may, they still work. And I find it my position to teach top anglers in New York City and abroad, NYC, how we learn new things out and about. So, with that being said, I want to talk about making some different weights without using these guys. Because although it's not major expensive, it adds up. Let's talk about turning this into this. Now that's 8 pounds of 4-inch leads. I poured myself. You cannot buy these in New York City. You can't buy them in the United States. You have to make them. And that's the purpose of this video, to share. These are 4-pound blocks of lead. So we talking 4, 8. This is 12 pounds in itself. And that's 8 pounds all smooshed up. Nice and ready to be attached to my new project. However, again, I've tried different methods, and I've tried using molding clay, putty, plaster of Paris. All of that stuff is expensive and it becomes pricey. Up top to the right there, I'm using hobby sticks, copy paper, some plant dirt, a can, and for them to be as perfect as possible, because you don't make cast nets and then redo them if possible, if you don't have to. So this is a lead I made with plaster of Paris. Now, this one is 3 inches. Grab a handful of these. These I made with plant dirt. Now that's pretty good, and we're talking about a different. We're talking about this is this big, and that's that big. We're talking a whole inch there. Obviously, the weight's going to be different, but these are aerodynamic. These are too, but they're 3 inches is fair enough. But just to show you that, when you learn some of the more primitive methods, they come out just as nice as when you buy these molds. That's my point. Like that little bit of imperfection there, you can take that, because all of them aren't going to be like that. The 1 or 2 that may be screwed up a little, you can live with that. I got 8 pounds, 8 whole pounds. So, again, start here, go here, order your nets to your size, your liking, and then you use your calculator and you calculate how much you want the net to weigh and your spacing. And for the summer, you'll have an absolute killing machine. What the nets do for me is, well, I'm out and about fishing on the beach, and I'm just kind of scouting. You see, you play with your net. You just throw it a few times, walk up and down the beach. You know why? Because I really feel that if the bait is in the water, then the fish are there. Okay? It's that simple. Bait in the water, fish there. It's going to be a good day. So the team, just so I can be informative, signing out. I gave you a walkthrough on some of my molds, some of my weights, and hopefully you can learn from what I do. I'll try and put up how I did these, I mean, honestly, these bad boys is perfection. I mean, I didn't even clean them up yet. And they you know, they just, look at that, just straight through. Straight through. No problem getting something through there. So as you pick up another one, shouldn't be no problem getting through there. To string up your net. 4 inches of, like, primo aerial weights for your cast nets. So that kind of covers it. Just get you some lead. You know, if you want to buy you some mold, invest in some mold, cool. If not, I am going to put up a clip of how I made these. It's the team. Thank you. See you when I see you. Wouldn't want to be with you. Why? I really feel it's too cool being me. I don't need to be nobody else. I'll let you, boy.